Hubz Fam. Imagine this. April 30th, 1945. Berlin's crumbling under Soviet bombs, the Reich's last gasp. In a smoke-filled bunker, Adolf Hitler, the architect of hell, ends it all with a single shot from his pocket pistol. Not some flashy parade piece, but a compact killer he'd carried for years. Welcome to Weapon Hubz, where we unpack the dark side of firepower. Today, Hitler's hidden handguns, the Führer's fancy firepower. We're zeroing in on his everyday ride, the Walther PPK, that he always picked for carry, plus a peek at his backup and that infamous birthday bling. Full specs, ranges, advantages, the works. If you're into history's edge-of-your-seat secrets, smash subscribe and lock in. Let's chamber this round. Warning, this is raw history. No glorification, just facts that hit hard. First off, Hitler's go-to? He wasn't the engraved everything type. Dude saw himself as a frontline soldier, not a showboat. His favorite, the one he always carried and used? The Walther PPK in 7.65mm, .32 ACP. Eyewitness accounts from his valet, Heinz Linge, and adjutant Otto Günsche confirm it. This was his service pistol, holstered on his belt for quick draws. He'd sewn a custom holster right into his trouser leg for a concealed .25 ACP backup. Some say a Walther Model 8-pocket pistol. For those just-in-case, paranoia moments. But the PPK? That was his pick for daily ops, from rallies to war rooms. And the fancy firepower? On his 50th birthday, April 20th, 1939, Walther Reps gifted him a gold-plated Walther PP, engraved with eagles, swastikas, and his initials AH on ivory grips. It was a propaganda flex, found later in his Munich apartment. He didn't carry this one daily. It screamed dictator bling, but it symbolized his grip on the arms industry. Viral twist. This same PPK design, it inspired James Bond's sidearm. From bunker suicide to 007 Suave. Talk about a plot twist. Hitler owned multiples, but the PPK serial number 803157, that's the one that ended him. Now lost to history, probably pocketed by a Soviet trooper. All right, let's dissect the beast Hitler trusted most. The Walther PPK. Introduced in 1931 as the criminal model for undercover cops, it was a game-changer. World's first successful double-action semi-auto in a concealable package. Hitler grabbed his in the 1930s, plain Jane black. No engravings, just functional fury. Shape and dimensions, compact and ergonomic. 6.1 inches long overall, 4.2 inches height, 1.3 inches width. Barrel's a snub, 3.3 inches for easy pocket holstering. Fixed sights, simple blade front and notch rear. Nothing fancy, but dead accurate up close. The grip? Checkered black plastic or walnut. Hitler's was likely standard black for that soldier vibe. Curved to fit the hand like a glove. Weighs just 1.58 pounds unloaded. Light enough to forget it's there, heavy enough for control. Color and finish. Matte blue-black steel for Hitler's carry model. Stealthy, corrosion-resistant, and unassuming. No chrome flash, it blended into his uniform. The birthday PP variant? Gold-plated slides and frames with deep floral engravings, opulent yellow gold against polished steel, ivory grips creamy white with gold inlays. Pure Nazi vanity. Caliber and ammo, 7.65mm Browning, 32 ACP, Hitler's pick for its mild recoil and reliability. 8+1 capacity in the mag, 7 in the pipe for total. Ammo specs, 71 grain FMJ bullets at 980 feet per second, muzzle velocity, packing 150 foot-pounds of energy. Not a man-stopper like a .45, but penetrates light cover and drops threats at spitting distance. He also had .25 ACP variants for deep concealment. 50-grain rounds at 750 feet per second. Whisper quiet, but lethal. Range and accuracy. Effective combat range? 25 to 50 meters. Perfect for a dictator's close quarters paranoia. Bunkers, crowds, assassination dodges. Max point target? 50 yards with practice. Groups under 2 inches at 15 yards. Ballistics. Flat trajectory to 25 meters. Then a gentle drop. Reliable in damp Berlin fog or dusty rallies. Advantages here: double action trigger, heavy 13-pound first pull, crisp 4-pound single action follow-up. Lets you draw and fire without cocking. Advantages and reliability. Why Hitler's fave? Concealability, king, slimmer than the full-size PP, fits in a pocket or sewn holster without printing. Blowback action. Simple, jam-proof. 8 dirt in World War II trenches. Safety decocker on the slide. Thumb it down for safe carry. Up for action. Low recoil means follow-ups are fast. Double action prevents accidental bangs. Drawbacks. Light caliber lacks .45 stopping power. But for a right-handed shooter like Hitler, wait, no, lefty rumors, but he adapted. It was intuitive. In his hands, symbol of control, quick to deploy against traitors. Power breakdown, muzzle energy clocks 150 to 200 joules, enough to punch through a skull at contact as in the bunker, or shred clothing at 10 paces. Terminal ballistics, expands modestly in tissue, overpenetrates minimally, ideal for urban scraps without collateral chaos. But wait, Hitler's firepower wasn't just the PPK. That golden PP birthday gift? A Walther masterpiece, same 7.65mm setup, but with custom engraving by Zuleika. Eagles soaring across the slide. Adolf Hitler scripted in Gothic font. Production run? One of a kind. Valued at over $1 million today if it surfaces. Last auction buzz in the 80s hit 6 figures. He rarely used it, more trophy than tool. But it armed his ego. Add this, rumors of a Mauser C96 broom handle in his collection. 9mm powerhouse with 10-round stripper clips, 200-meter effective range, but unconfirmed for carry. And don't sleep on the K98K rifle, Hitler's WWII vet piece, bolt action 7.92 by 57mm Mauser, 500-meter range, 8.8 pounds of ironwood stocked might. He posed with it for propaganda, but it stayed in the cabinet. These weren't dailies. The PPK was his shadow, always there. That's Hitler's hidden handguns, the PPK that picked him to the end. Fancy gold that fed his myth. A compact legend born in 1931, still kicking today. Drop a like if this dark dive loaded your brain, comment PPK forever or nah. And subscribe for more Hubz Uncovers. Next, Stalin's Soviet secrets. Stay vigilant, stay strapped, safely. Peace out.